श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदांत वेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे marīciḥ. Next name is marīciḥ. Before marīciḥ name, we have to chant this shloka. marīciḥ damanaḥ haṃsaḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. Next is suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. bhujagottamaḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. Then padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. marīcirdamano haṃsaḥ. suparṇo bhujagottamaḥ. hiraṇyanābhaḥ sutapāḥ. padmanābhaḥ prajāpatiḥ. So the names are marīciḥ, damanah, haṃsaḥ, suparṇah, bhujagottamaḥ. 5 names in the first line. Then hiraṇyanābhaḥ, sutapāḥ, padmanābhaḥ, prajāpatiḥ. 4 names in the second line. So we have totally 9 names in this shloka. marīciḥ, the first name, marīciḥ. Parāśara explains this as a janushandebhyopi jantubhyah prakāshita nirmalah srupah. See, a person, one who is blind by birth, even to those who are blind by birth, he shines in a very blemishless form. That is how he explains marīciḥ. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says marīciḥ means effulgence. Okay, simple. So he is effulgence of effulgence. That is a simple way to say. So that is how he interprets. Okay, marīciḥ. He is the ending. So marīcaye is the fourth case. So namavali is Om marīcaye namaha. Om marīcaye namaha. Om marīcaye namaha. Om marīcaye namaha. Bhashya. Tejasvināmapi tejastvāt marīciḥ. Now we can interpret this statement in 2 ways. Tejasvināmapi tejastvāt. He is effulgent than the effulgent ones. Okay, tejasvinam, one who is effulgent, one shines. Among them, he is the better shiner, shinest. Okay, whatever that is. Now, that is one way of interpreting. But the real meaning is he is the sheen in the one who shines. He is the brightness in the one who shines brighter. That is the proper way to interpret this. Though the first meaning is not wrong, he is brighter than the brightest. That is not a wrong interpretation in consideration with the other interpretations which did similarly. So here it is the one who is the shine, the sheen in the one who shines. How do you know this? He says, tejasvināmasmi ahaṃ iti bhagavadvacanāt. In Gītā, Bhagavan very clearly says in 10th chapter, I am the effulgence, tejaha, effulgence, the sheen in the one who shines. The tejaha, sheen is explained in the sense of pragalbhya, the famous. Whatever is the greatness in you, that greatness belongs to Ishvara. You see, the singer is singing very beautifully. That's the greatness in him. So that greatness belongs to Ishvara. The dancer dances very beautifully. that dancing quality, ability belongs to Ishvara. That is why this is a way to see all the good in the world to us Ishvara. All the greatness in the world as Ishvara. Okay, so that is what Bhagavan says. Bhagavadvacanāt. Damanaḥ. Next name is damanaḥ. Damanaḥ. Parāśara Bhatta says, since he has explained it as shine, effulgence. So, taking the same lead, he says, Kanti mandagini bhavatrāsam damayati. Kanti means effulgence. Mandakini means ganjas. Bhavatrāsam means the trouble of samsara. And bhava, samsara. So, trasam, trouble. Damayati, he destroys. He destroys, he removes the pain of the sorrow of the trouble of samsara through the effulgence which flows like Ganges. The idea of saying it flows like Ganges is these rivers, Ganges, Yamuna, Ganga, Yamuna, etc. These are perennial rivers. From the beginning till the end, they are continuous. That is why we call it a perennial rivers, live rivers. Okay? Now, damanaḥ. Bhagavan Bhashyakara interprets damanaḥ. One who slips away from his duty. He is the one who punishes them. In that way, he explains. Okay? So, damanaḥ. Damanaya, fourth case. So, Namaval is Om Damanaya Namaha, Om Damanaya Namaha, Om Damanaya Namaha, Om Damanaya Namaha. Bhashya. Svādhikārātpramādyatīḥ prajā damayituṃ śīlamasya. Svādhikārāt. Adhikara means, normally adhikara means power. Here, svādhikārāt means one eligibility, one's duty. Whatever one is eligible to perform, the scriptural duties. So, from those scriptural duties, pramadyatihi, one who slips away, one who is pramada means carelessness. One who is careless. Those who are careless in performing their duties, prescribed duties. Now, what will you do if you are careless? There are two ways to see this. One is you just ignore the injunctions. The other is, instead of following the injunctions, instead of following the rules, you will do something which is against the rule. So, these two are pramadyatihi. So, prajaha, those people, whether you ignore it or you do something contrary to it, both are wrong. So, to those people, prajaha, to those people, damayituṃ śīlamasya, one who has the nature of punishing them. Vishnu himself punishes. So, yes, vaivasvatādirūpeṇeti, in the form of vaivasvata. Vaivasvata means vivaspataha apatyam puman. One who is the son of apatya, son. Puman, male. Of course, apatya means progeny. Puman means son, male. So, the son of Vivaspan. Vivaspan is a sun god. S-U-N, that is. Okay. One who is the S-O-N of S-U-N. Now, the beauty is, who is son of sun? One, immediate people who are acquainted with the astrology, they know immediately that Shani is the son of a sun. Aditya's son is a Shani. Surya's son is Shani. This is one. And we know he punishes us through Shani. That is definite. The other is Lord Yama. Lord Yama is also his son. So he punishes us. If we don't listen to it, then he finishes us. So that is what is Shīlam. This is the natural interpretation. There is one more meaning to this. The king are seen as the scions of the family of the lineage of a sun. We are not even talking about the Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha, etc. There are two lineages. One is the lineage of sun, the lineage of moon. Ramachandra is from the lineage of moon. The others, there are lineage of sun also. Now we are not talking Suryavamshi. There is a young cricket player, Suryavamshi, Vaivasvatādirūpeṇeti. We are not talking about that tradition. The king himself is seen as the avatar of Vishnu. So damanaḥ in that form, because he is Punisher. So that is only Ishvara is capable of punishing us. So he is seen as avatar. So damanaḥ in that form, he is the Punisher. Okay. Next is haṃsaḥ. Haṃsaḥ means swan, incarnation of swan. Okay, but Parāśara Bhatta says manoharam hanti gacchati smayati tiva, one who moves very attractively. Manoharam, mind, haram, one who attracts the mind, one who steals away the mind, one who moves away attractively. That is one meaning. Second meaning Parāśara Bhatta gives us smayati, to smile. One who smiles very beautifully or one who moves very beautifully. These are the two meanings he gives for haṃsaḥ. Bhagavan Bhāṣakara gives first meaning as ahaṃsaḥ, in the form of I am that, I am he. In that form, the identity in that form, which is a kind of Mahavakya. We'll see that in the kind of Mahavakya. So one who destroys the samsara is haṃsaḥ. This one. Then pṛṣodarāditvā, he gives another the explanation for why you are taking in that way. Pṛṣodarāditvā. The second meaning is, we'll come to that. Second meaning is he is the one who naturally flows in the form of ajapa. Okay. Third, ajapa mantra we call it. Third meaning is he is the one who moves beautifully, residing in all the beings. Okay. Three meanings by Bhagavan Bhāṣakara. Now, haṃsaḥ. Haṃsaḥ. Therefore, fourth case is haṃsāya. The namavali is Om haṃsayanamaham. Om haṃsayanamaham. Om haṃsayanamaham. Om haṃsayanamaham. Before entering the Bhashya, I have to say something which I promised 3-4 months ago when I was in Vrindavan, not Vrindavan, Rishikesh. This Mahatma, this sannyasi, he came to meet me. Okay. He was associated with a group of people who are trying to get back the glorious place of the incarnation of haṃsavatara. Haṃsa is avatara, it's an incarnation. It took place in the place called Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj, near Naya Juicy. There is a place called Juicy, Naya Juicy, in that place. Okay, there is a well associated with that incarnation and a temple, it seems. It is under somebody's control, and he, along with some group, is trying to get it back for the public to access. He was asking me, can you say something? I will record a video in support to that. I said, I don't involve myself in any of these activities, external activities, but I will say something like this, something supporting this in some of my video. In all these videos, in all these periods, I didn't find any appropriate place. If not this haṃsaḥ, which is appropriate place. So I'm saying, so think as let the haṃsavatara, let Vishnu as haṃsa guide them, protect them, and do whatever is needed. Okay? Ahaṃ bhashya. Ahaṃ iti tādātmyabhāvinaḥ saṃsārabhayaṃ hantīti haṃsaḥ. Ahaṃ. You are reading haṃsaḥ. Remember this. Haṃsaḥ. Now, Bhagavan Bhāṣakara is interpreting as ahaṃ. I am that. In this way, tādātmyabhāvinaḥ. Tādātmya means tādātmyabhāva, identification. One who identifies completely with him, with that, as I am that, which is Mahavakya. Aham Brahmasmi. So, in that form, one who identifies, he, for him, saṃsārabhayaṃ hantīti. Himsayam dhatu. To destroy, to torture, to punish. So, he destroys the saṃsārabhaya, the fear of samsara. That is what is called as haṃsaḥ. Now, in the Upanishad it is said, Abhayam vai janako praptosi, when Janaka realized his guru says, Abhayam by Janako Praptosi. You have gained abhaya, fearlessness. So, fear till you don't realize. Okay? Now, that is a cunning way of saying. Fear till you don't realize means you will have fear till you don't realize. A. B is have fear for things, doing wrong things till you don't realize. Then we don't care about what right and wrong is. Okay, there are two interpretations for that also. Now, why did he interpret ahaṃsaḥ? It should be haṃsaḥ. Why did he interpret it as ahaṃsaḥ? So he says pṛṣodarāditvā-cchabdasādhutvam. Since it belongs to the group called pṛṣodara, we have been repeating this again and this pṛṣodara gana, group of words in the pṛṣodara. Therefore, this changing the words from one side to the other is acceptable. Like there is a word simhaha. Simhaha means lion. So why this lion called simhaha? We have a word kaka. Crow is called as kaka. Why is it called as kaka? Because it caws ka 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 ka. Therefore, it is called as kaka. Simple. So similarly, why is simha called simha? Why is lion called as simha? So the explanation is himsa. Himsa means torture, destruction. Hana himsayam dhatu, to destroy. So himsaha, from himsaha, that which gives pain, tortures, is simha. So similarly, that is also pṛṣodara. So similarly, this haṃsaḥ is interchanged to give haṃsaḥ. Okay, this is first meaning. Now, in this pṛṣodarāditvā-cchabdasādhutvam, there we can understand another meaning. He resides in us always in the form of ajapa japa. It is called as ajapa mantra or ajapa japa. What is that? We do japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That is what's continuously happening. Okay, when you practice, it will continuously happen. Now, natural japa is the japa which is taking place during our breathing. When you breathe strongly, exhaling and inhaling. So, the inhaling is the exhaling is that is the hum. The inhaling is saha. Hum, saha, so, hum, so, hum, saha, so, hum. That is what is the japa. So, hum bhavana. That is so, hum japa. Continuously, I am that, I am that, I am that, I am that, whichever way. Takes place continuously. That is called as ajapa japa. Okay? Now, hanti, third meaning. Is hanti gacchati sarvaśarīreṣviti va. Or one hanti. Han dhatu is interpreted not in the sense of himsa, to torture, but in the sense of gatyarthaka, to go. Almost out of 2000 dhatus enumerated by Panini, explained by Panini, at least leave alone 200 root words. The 1800 root words have gatau, gatyarthaka, gatau, gatyarthaka, to go. If there are some other meaning given, it will still have to go in the meaning. But the simple idea is all the 2000 dhatus can be interpreted in the sense of to go. And there is a statement, dhatunam anekārthattva. Dhatus, each root word has multiple meanings. That is why we are able to confuse you. So, think as hanti means gacchati, to go. Okay, so, but wait, one non-dual self, where can it go? Only when there is space, time, etc., there is going, coming. For a self which is one non-dual, there cannot be any movement. So he says, tat sriṣṭvā tadeva anupravishat. That is exactly what is said. Sarvaśarīreṣviti, in all the embodiments, in all the bodies. The Shruti says, Taittiriya Upanishad says, tat sriṣṭvā tadeva anupravishat tadanupravishya satyatyachabhavat. It created, after creating, the self itself entered those creation. And after entering, it started creating everything, the unmanifest, manifest, etc. Okay, so that is what is a sharireṣviti. That is what is the meaning of sharira. It enters all the bodies as the jiva. Okay, then haṃsaḥ śuciṣat iti mantravarṇāt. Mantra says haṃsaḥ, haṃsaḥ, śuciṣat, like the sun which travels. Okay, now suparṇo. Next name is suparṇo. First time when I read it as suparṇa. Then I was like, what is suparṇa? How can suparṇa be? Suparṇa is a good name actually. For girls, suparṇa is a name given. But not soprano, suparṇa. Okay. Now, suparṇah means feminine. Suparṇah is masculine. So I said, how is suparṇa here? And I said, oh, it is not she, it is he. Suparṇah. Okay, suparṇo. Now, suparṇah. For this name, Parāśara gives shobhanaparnatvāt saṃsārabhayaṃ. Since he has a beautiful feather, wings, or one who makes you cross over the samsara. So, saṃsārabhayaṃ. These are the two meanings given by Parāśara. Now, Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says, shobhanaparnatvāt. Yes, he is suparṇa because he has beautiful wings. This can be accepted as first meaning, because dva suparṇā sayuja shakāyati mantravarṇāt, he is giving example actually, but there we can understand it to be second meaning. The two birds of same feather. We'll come to that later. Okay. Then the third meaning is suparṇah patatāmiva. I am. It is in Bhagavad Gītā. Bhagavan says, I am the suparṇah among the birds. Suparṇa is Garuda. I am the Garuda among the birds. Okay. Three meanings here. Two meanings which can be interpreted as three meanings like before. We'll say suparṇah, aha. Therefore, the namavali is the fourth case is suparṇāya. So the namavali is Om suparṇāya namaha. Om suparṇāya namaha. Om suparṇāya namaha. Om suparṇāya namaha. Okay. Bhāṣya. Shobhanaparnatvāt suparṇah. Since he has beautiful wings, he is called as suparṇah. Now here, though dva suparṇa, that is an example for this meaning, still I am taking it as a different meaning. Why? In Taittiriya Upanishad, modo dakshinah pakshah, pramoda uttarah pakshah, moda dakshinah pakshah. Moda is a south side. Pramoda is a north side, north wing, south wing, north wing. In that way it is explained. The right side and left side. That is how it is explained. Okay. Now, it is the self is explained in the form of a bird. So, here the first meaning, shobhanaparnatvāt, since the self, which is figuratively explained as a bird, therefore it is suparṇah. The self is suparṇah. Okay. Now, dva suparṇā sayuja sakhāya. The two birds, sayuja, staying together, sakhāya, in the same branch. So, they are not lovers. They are not husband and wife. Then what are they? Ekam pippalam svādvati anashnananyo bhujagashiti. The mantra concludes in the people tree. In that tree, this one bird, what it does is it eats the fruit. It enjoys the fruit of that tree. The other one, anashnan bhujagashiti. The other one, without eating, just sees. What does that mean? The one which is jiva, it enjoys the fruit of karma. The other, without enjoying, without experiencing the karma, it just remains as a witness. The one who enjoys the karma's result is a jiva, and the one who remains as a witness is a Ishvara. So, dva suparṇa, jiva and Ishvara, which is specifically Ishvara here. Okay. Now, both jiva and Ishvara are the same self. Okay. Now, that is the second meaning. That is why I am taking it as second meaning, not as an example, not just as an example. Okay. Then third is suparṇah patatāmiva iti Ishvara vacanāt. Instead of bhagavadvacanāt, he says Ishvara vacanāt. Ishvara Bhagavan, they are same. So Ishvara Bhagavan says in Gītā, I am the suparṇah, I am the Garuda among the patatam. Patatam means not that which falls. Pata, to fall. Not in that sense. To move, to fly. Among the birds which fly, I am the Garuda. Okay? Now, next is bhujagottamaḥ. Bhujagottamaḥ. Next name is bhujagottamaḥ. Bhujaga means a snake. Shesha. Uttamaḥ, superior. One who is on top of it is a Sheshi. Vishnu. Vishnu lies in the waterbed of the Adishesha. Okay, that is the meaning given by Parāśara. Now, from here he is giving another interpretation. From here he says, see, before he said we are talking from here, we are discussing about the vyuha, the formation of Aniruddha. From here we are talking about Sankarshana. From here we are talking about Pradyumna, etc. Now, he says from here till Padmanābhaḥ, we are talking, the name Padmanābhaḥ which is going to come, we are talking about the vyuha, the formation of a Padmanābhaḥ. This is another incarnation. Okay? Bhujagottamaḥ. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says that which goes with the strength of the shoulders, among them I am superior. I am superior. The self is superior. He is superior among the one which goes with the strength of shoulders. Meaning, among the snakes, I am the superior Vasuki, or I am the superior Adishesha. Anyway, any which way. Okay. Now, we'll come to that. Bhujagottamaḥ. Fourth case is bhujagottamaaya. Namavali is Om bhujagottamaaya namaha. Om bhujagottamaaya namaha. Om bhujagottamaaya namaha. Om bhujagottamaaya namaha. Bhāṣya. Bhujena gacchatam uttamaha bhujagottamaha. Bhujena gacchatam. That which goes with the strength of shoulders. Let us see. Elephant. Oh, it has 4 legs. No. Horse. 4 legs again. Monkey. The hand is also considered as leg. No. Lizard. Lizard also has 4 legs. No. Snake has no hands or legs. It goes on its strength of the body. This is bhujagottama. This is the shoulder. That is 1. This is the first meaning of bhujaga. Bhujaga means snake. Okay. The expansion is that which goes with the power of shoulder. Now, bhujaga is also a meter in which there are some it's a proceeding. Some slokas are written like Subramanya Bhujanga. Subramanya Bhujanga. Snake formation. The poem itself will be like a snake crawling. Like that. Very beautiful sloka. Why is it? Why is the snake called as Bhujanga? Because Bhuja is the root word. Bhujo Kautilya is the meaning. Kautilya means to be crooked. So Bhujaha, Bhujangaha, to be crooked. That which travels crooked. Among that which travels crooked, or among that which goes with the strength of their shoulder, I am superior. Meaning, I am Adishesha, or I am the Ananta, or I am the Vasuki, whichever. Okay. hiraṇyanābhaḥ. Hiraṇyanābhaḥ. That's the next word. So here, Parāśara Bhatta does not put any effort. He says, that's the same fellow. Which fellow? We said Padmanābhaḥ. From here, Padmanābhaḥ vyuha, right? Padmanābhaḥ. Same is hiraṇyanābhaḥ. Okay, that is how he explains. Simple one statement over. He is the same fellow. Now, Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says, Hiranya means gold. One who has nabha means navel. One who has a beautiful navel. Gold means beautiful, worthy. So that kind of navel is a hiraṇyanābhaḥ. Okay. Now, nābhaḥ, aha. So fourth case is Hiranyanābhāya. So the Namavali is Om Hiranyanābhāya Namaha. Om Hiranyanābhāya Namaha. Om Hiranyanābhāya Namaha. Om Hiranyanābhāya Namaha. Bhāṣya. Hiranyamiva kalyāni nābhihi asya iti hiranyānābhihi. Hiranyamiva, like the gold, this is a kalyani, this is very beautiful, very that which brings auspiciousness, that which brings goodness, well-being. Now, why is it said like the gold? It is that brings goodness, well-being, because in olden days and now or later, the banks or the homes or the older days, the transaction used to be in gold, right? So he is auspicious, he is beautiful, he is nice in the form of well-being, in the form of like the gold. That kind of nabi, attractive navel, one who has is a hiraṇyanābhaḥ. That is the meaning Bhagavan Bhashyakara case. But the commentators, they go a step ahead. They say he, Hiranya, in that he, in the Hiranya word, he means hita. Hita means that which is well-being. Ranya means ramaniya, which is attractive. He is one who provides, who brings in that which is good and that which is beneficial for you. That which is good and beneficial, that which is attractive and beneficial, in that way we can say. That which is attractive and beneficial. That is what is Hiranya means. Okay? Sutapāḥ. Next name is Sutapāḥ. Tapas means penance. So Parāśara Bhatta says tapas, the tapa word here used is in the sense of jnana, knowledge. Okay? So samhata sakshi, he is the witness for all the knowledge. Whoever has whatever knowledge, he is the witness for every knowledge. That is how he interprets. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says tapas means penance. Why don't you interpret in the simple sense of penance? So he says that who in the form of Nara Narayana does penance in Badrinath. So that is how he explains. One who performs beautiful penance in the form of Nara Narayana in Badrinath. Okay, so that is Sutapāḥ. Tapas. I've been saying this tapas word. So Sutapas is the word, base word. Sutapas plus a, Sutapase. Sutapase is the fourth case. So Namavali is Om Sutapase Namaha. Om Sutapase Namaha. Om Sutapase Namaha. Om Sutapase Namaha. Bhāṣya. Badrika Ashrame Nara Narayana Rupena Shobhanam Tapascharatiti Sutapāḥ. In Badrika Ashrama means Badrinath. Badrinath is also referred to as Badrika Ashrama. In that place, there is this temple of Badri Vishal. Narayana in the form of Badri Vishal. That is a image which is a Shalagrama image. This was removed from that place and thrown into the river which flows in front of that, which the river is called as Saraswati. Okay, it becomes Antarvahini later. So the river which comes to a confluence in the Prayag, first Prayag called Vishnu Prayag. Among the 5 Prayags, Vishnu, Rudra, etc. The first that's the first Prayag. That's the first confluence center. Now, there, that river, we are talking about that river, in that they threw it up. Bhagavan Bhashyakara took it out and he placed it back, and that is the tradition which is taking place. Even today, the priest is taken from Kerala. He is a Keralite priest, even today. Okay, now that is a different thing. The thing is, that Badrinath, in that, on one side of river, there is a big mountain. On the other side of the river, there is another big mountain. These are named Nara Parvata, Narayana Parvata. The Parvata means mountain. The Nara, human mountain, Narayana, God mountain. Okay, that is how they are. It is of the Arjuna and Narayana, etc. That is how they say. Now, these two mountains are which holds this place, whole place itself. That is the acceptance. So the day when the Nara mountain and the Narayana mountains falls apart, means they get destroyed, this place called Badrinath will not remain. So that is why there is another place already established called Bhavishya Badri, means future Badri. So from Jyotir Mat, Joshi Mat, place called Joshi Mat, Jyotir Mata, you travel 40 kilometers towards one side, you will find this Badrinath. Okay, so on the other side, not 40 kilometers, I am not sure about how many kilometers, there is another this place called Bhavishya Badri, future Badri. You will not find the accommodations and other facilities which you see in the Badrinath similar to that in Bhavishya Badri. It will come later, not now. So that is the place called Bhavishya Badri. Okay, so that is the tapas. But they perform tapas. What is tapas actually? What is penance? So he says, manasa-śvendriyāṇāṃ ca haikāgryam paramam tapa iti smrti. The smrti says, manasa-śvendriyāṇāṃ ca, the mind and the sense organs, he ekagram means one-pointedness, means control. The control of mind and the sense organ is what is called as tapas. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.